Good morning and welcome to this Busters Taste Challenge. Well, it went live on the first attempt this time, so maybe they're correcting their technical issues. I have two 40% alcohol, 80 proof bourbons, and this one is called G&W Private Stock from Selected Reserves, Kentucky Sour Mash Bourbon Straight Whiskey. Okay, so it's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Gooderham and Wirtz was an actual company. They did have distilleries, and definitely one in Canada, and I guess U.S. operations also, but they did go out of business, and they were bought by Hiram Walker. But the Hiram Walker company was diffused and sold off to different elements, so that's not even around anymore. This brand still exists, and the trademark and recipes and whatnot is owned by Laird Company of New Jersey. It's bottled in New Jersey. You've heard of Laird, probably heard of Laird's Applejack. They're famous for making apple brandy, but they do produce other products, or at least have products produced for them. This is sourced by Laird, and they bottle it at their bottling plant in New Jersey. All right, so somebody in Kentucky is making it. Who makes it? We don't know. Could it be James B. Beam Distillery, Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, not Blanton's, sorry, that's part of Buffalo Trace. Barton Distillery in Owensboro, can't get it right, Bardstown, Kentucky. I don't know, it could be any of those places. This is, we'll never find out. This is George Dickel, Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, old-fashioned Cascade Hollow. The red label, no longer in production, so you might find an old bottle like I did, but you're not going to find new bottles. Like I said, it's been out of production for a number of years. Cascade Hollow Distillery, George Dickel, established in 1870. This was introduced in 2018. It's only a 3-year age. It says right there, age 3 years, sour mash Tennessee whiskey. Doesn't say straight whiskey. Don't know why. None of the George Dickels say straight, and that's a bit of a mystery to me. I want to update my notes here. So Kentucky versus Tennessee, Laird versus Diageo. Don't know if Laird gives tours. I know they have like a gift shop or something, but Dickel does give tours. Don't know how extensive they are or if it's any good. Probably is good. They're always famous for their long neck, round bottles. They've updated their label recently, a little sharper looking, but they are the company, or at least they claim they are. I guess they are. They say they pioneered chill filtering. George Dickel Company pioneered chill filtering, and they kind of brag on that. Now, other people are like, oh, chill filtering, that ruins the bourbon and so forth. Well, they claim it helps it, but that's just a different method. That's what they do. They do charcoal mellow it. They drip it through charcoal before they barrel age it, but they do chill filtering as well, and that's their claim to fame, or claim to infamy in some people's minds. I like George Dickel. It's peculiar tasting. I said years ago it tasted like Flintstone vitamin. And then I said, I wonder if anybody else got that impression. And I started looking up written reviews, and sure enough, a number of people said the same thing. Tastes like Flintstone vitamins, which is a children's vitamin, come from Bayer. You know, Bayer, Bayer of Germany. And they still make that. All right. Anyway, I'll show you a screenshot for Laird. G&W Private Stock. That's all they say about it. And then there's a fancier version, a 5-year age, 86 proof. And that's going to be a little pricier, obviously. 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. Could these be the same mash bill? Most likely they're probably the same product. One brought down to 80 proof with water, the other one watered down to 86 proof. One aged 3 years, the other aged 5. So that's a typical thing that bourbon companies do. They'll use the same mash bill and treat it different ways. 3-year age, 2-year age, 5-year age, 12-year age, you know, 80 proof, 86 proof. They'll have a 90 proof version. They'll have a 100 proof version. Then they'll have a barrel strength version, and it's all the same product. You understand, treated different ways. So then they put different labels, and everybody, including myself, they want to try all the different bottlings, like they did with the Benchmark series recently. And I bought all of them. I just went in one fell swoop, bought them all. Well, the price was so good, about $15 a bottle. I figured, shoot, I gotta buy it. Gotta buy it, right? Yeah. Didn't have to, but I wanted to. I haven't cracked them open yet. Okay, so these are both copper. The appearance doesn't matter. The age won't matter because they're the same age. The process, if you live in Canada, or the process, if you live here, different way of pronouncing the word. The process won't matter because they're both sour mash. Process according to the sour mash method, which not all bourbons use. This thing will not focus so well. There it goes. Different states, different methodology, I guess, charcoal mellowing and not. They don't make that claim on the private stock. Yeah, you know, certainly there was consolidation in the whiskey world, just like the beer world. You got companies, you know, like before Prohibition, all these people making liquor. And after that, a lot of them consolidated. They got bought out. So now you have a few major producers in the United States, bourbon producers, and a few major ones, Canadian whiskey producers. There's a handful here, there, you know, here, there, around here, over here, over there, over here. Little craft distilleries. You notice a lot of them don't last very long. It's really tough to make it, and they products out that are interesting, and then next thing you know, it'll say permanently closed or something. But yes, we have a few in New Orleans. There's a vodka distillery on Tulane Avenue, US Highway 61. We're right off of it. There's what you call it, a bourbon distillery right there off of the interstate, right below Interstate street level part in New Orleans, right close to the Superdome. And how are they doing? I don't know. There's a Bayou Craft Distillery over there in western Louisiana, off the 10, Interstate Highway 10. But it's it did get bought by a big company. It's owned by a big outfit today, which is probably what they wanted to do. Get bought. Okay, let's get this rolling because I want to watch the news at the top of the hour. So far, I got 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. 2, 0, and 1. I called it a tie, even though I got it right when I checked. I just called it a tie because those two, they didn't taste different. These might smell, yeah, corn, popcorn, no salt. Corn kernels. Typical. I mean, bourbon is a type of corn whiskey. Oh, Dickel. Now, why do I know that's Dickel? It smells like a health food store. You say it smells like GNC, right? Yep. What an unusual product. Oh, price. $8 for the G&W liter. $8 at Elio's Wine Warehouse. True story. $7.99 for the George Dickel liter. That's Discount Depot. Marrero, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana. Neighboring, I almost said counties, neighboring parishes. We don't have counties here. So 2 great deals. Now, they're, I mean, the regular price is about $17, 16, 17. Well, the George Dickel may be more like about 20, right? But like I say, it's out of production, so it's irrelevant. today. The point is moot at this moment. They did imply on their website before they reformatted their website that they would bring it back, perhaps. They were just saying it's not in production at this time. So leaving it open that it could come back. Yeah. This is just stereotypical bourbon. Corn, sugar, charred oak, vanilla. Yeah, just like generalized regular sour mash bitter. You get a little bit of sourdough bagel. Anything wrong about it? No, I don't think so. Anything exciting about it? I don't know. If you think an 80 proof 3-year aged bourbon is exciting, I don't know if anybody would think that, but certainly a good product. Well made, and I don't see why you take exception to it, unless you just don't like the lower proof ones, and that's cool. You know, that's a personal preference issue. Well made, okay, but like I say, probably from a big company that makes bourbon all day long. Dickel. It's that unusual Tennessee whiskey. Let me say, it's got that Flintstone vitamin flavor, that medicine flavor, or a health food store flavor. I don't know what it is. It's hard to pin down. Describe it, and the way I'm describing it is not adequate, but it's the only way I know. And everybody else has trouble with it too. If you watch their video reviews, it's a strange product. Is it a bad flavor? Certainly not a bad flavor, but you would not confuse it with any other whiskey. I can't see how that's possible. Some people some people don't like that flavor though. They'll say, oh, you know, but I guess most people not bothered by it. They just find it strange, which it is strange. It's strange. Now, I love the Dickel bottles. You know, they're always sharp looking. You know, got this nice maroon, red, white, gold. It's pretty. G&W, a little plainer. You know, you ever notice a lot of bourbon labels are white for some reason? It's just the way they do it. And a lot of rye whiskey would be green. Almost all of them are green labeled for some unusual reason. Just what they do. Okay. Personally, I rather have the G&W. I just like the more traditional flavor. But Dickel's fine. If you see the red label, you might want to pick it up because that means it's 11 years ago when they were still making it. It didn't stay on the market very long, that one. Some people say it was put on the market as a stopgap, like they had to fill. They didn't have enough aged Tennessee at the time, and which is a type of bourbon. So they put this out there just as a temporary thing, bridge the gap, so to speak, the age gap. Now that could be true. I never read anything official from the company on that. Some people say they did that with Founders Reserve from Glenlivet, the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Yeah, but if it was a temporary thing, why is it still on the market? They're still promoting it on their website. So that doesn't quite make sense. They claim, now, if you look at the Glenlivet website from the Chivas Brothers company, they say, no, we wanted to make a non-age stated Glenlivet for whatever reason. They don't really say what the reason was, but they just thought it would be a good idea. Okay, so, and it does seem popular, so I guess it was a good idea. All right, anyway, so thanks for watching this one. Tomorrow I plan to come back with, I think it's Jim Beam. I think tomorrow's Jim Beam versus G&W. That should be good. All right, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.